proud and so very happy to be an American.
The SEALs left on other helicopters. She didn't see.
Hi guys! You're welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I am Stella. Today I'm joined by a beautiful guest, Glory. And she has a YouTube channel, Timeless React. Please do check her out. And today we'll be reacting to the SEAL team rescue of Jessica Buchanan. I've seen this video a while back, and today I'm showing my sister for the first time because why not? And if you're new here, please consider liking, subscribe to my channel, share this video if you end up enjoying it. That's one way you can support me. And let's get right into today's reaction.
Begin with the rescue of Jessica Buchanan. It is the story of a secret mission by SEAL Team 6 that few people had heard about until we first reported the story last year. On a January night in 2012, members of SEAL Team 6 jumped from a plane into the skies of Somalia. Jessica Buchanan was being held hostage, and the SEALs were descending just in time. Buchanan was a humanitarian aid worker who had come to help children in one of the most dangerous places on earth. Hers was an ordeal that ended in a flash of violence, but had begun 93 days earlier when her car was stopped by bandits in a place she calls hell.
We stopped very abruptly, like so abruptly that I felt like everybody just fall forward. And then I start hearing all of this pounding on the windows and the windshield and all this shouting in Somali. And there's a man standing there screaming, and he has an AK-47 and he's shouting and he's pointing it at us. And then he climbs into the car next to me and he points an AK in my face. And they're hyped up like they're on speed. And all of a sudden we just take off. The driver just takes off and we just start slamming all over the place down these camel tracks.
What did you think they were going to do?
I figured they were going to rape me and then kill me.
Jessica Buchanan was facing the end at the end of the earth. Somalia, on the farthest tip of Africa, is war-torn and lawless. Militias battle over an unforgiving land, as we saw while covering a famine there in 2011. It was the same year that Buchanan was with a Danish charity teaching children how to avoid landmines. On October 25th, her car was hijacked.
Okay, this is it. Like, I'm bracing myself to be shot in the back of the head. And I think that there's mercy in the fact that maybe they're not going to rape me first, but that it's just going to be quick. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. And then all of a sudden somebody shouts from behind us, "Sleep." And I'm thinking, oh my God, I didn't hear that correctly, did I? He just said sleep.
She collapsed, slept through the night, and the next morning was met by the man who led the bandits.
And we ask him, "Are you going to kill us? Is that why we're here?" And he says, "No, no, no, no. Money. We just want money."
How much were they asking for?
They started out at $45 million.
They thought you were pretty valuable.
I guess so.
The bandits used her cell phone to call her husband, Eric Landemam. The two had married on an African beach 2 years before. But his number and the numbers of Buchanan's family had all been disconnected. It was part of the charity's emergency plan. The one number that worked was her Nairobi office with a hostage negotiator standing by. And so began months of talks. Where did they keep you? Day in, day out?
Under trees. And outside.
You were outdoors for 93 days?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And in the night, they forced us to sleep out in the open.
You and Paul came up with nicknames for a lot of the people who were keeping you. That's one of the ways you kept yourself occupied.
We did.
The 10-year-old boy?
Crack baby. Because he was cracked out all the time. He was chewing cot and he had 2 black holes for eyes. There was nothing inside. This is one of the camps where she was held. The bandits hit her, pointed their guns at her, and put a knife to her throat. But it was exposure that took a toll. She lost 25 pounds.
After 3 weeks, the bandits made a video to prove that she was alive. Have you seen the video?
I have.
Paul and myself, Jessica, we are safe and we are alive.
I can tell I'm starting to lose hope at that point.
But hope would have to last for 2 more months. As the many weeks went by, did you think the American government's watching me, they know where I am, and somebody's going to get me out of here?
No.
Why?
Because I'm just an aid worker.
You didn't imagine that the President of the United States knew your name?
Never. Never in a million years.
After 3 months in the desert, Buchanan had a serious urinary tract infection. And in a final call to the hostage negotiator, she said this.
I'd become so ill that I couldn't stand up. I couldn't walk. So I was in so much pain. And I said, I think I have a kidney infection. And I started to cry and I said, I'm afraid I'm going to die out here.
When that call was received here in Nairobi, it set off a chain of events that led all the way to the Oval Office. The FBI and the military consulted doctors who said that if Jessica had a kidney infection, she might have just 2 weeks to live. That was transmitted to the president, who was also informed that in just a few days, there would be a new moon. Perfect darkness for a SEAL team rescue. Jessica Buchanan had chosen a star in the Somali sky to represent her mother, who had passed away a year before. She spoke to it every night, and with no moon, it was especially bright on January 25th. What did you say that night?
Please tell God that I need some help. We need to get out of here.
You couldn't have known that that prayer would be answered that night.
I had no idea.
She was on a mat trying to sleep when she heard a faint scratching noise. One of the bandits she nicknamed Helper heard it too.
And I see this look of just sheer terror on Helper's face. And then all of a sudden, it's just this eruption of gunfire. And I think, okay, well, this is it. This really is truly the end. And I cover up with my blanket again, and I just start saying, oh God, oh God, oh God. And I just remember thinking, or maybe I'm saying out loud, like, I cannot survive this.
She thought she was being taken by a rival group, maybe Al-Shabaab, Islamic extremists who would surely kill her.
And then all of a sudden, I feel all these hands on me, roughly grabbing at me. And I try to protect myself. And I pull the blanket closer on top of me, and then I hear my name. But it's not a Somali accent, it's an American accent. And I can't compute, like I can't understand that somebody with an American accent knows my name. And they say, Jessica, we're with the American military. We're here to take you home, and you're safe. And I pull the blanket down from my face, and all I see is black masks, black sky, and all I can say over and over is, you're American. You're American. I don't understand. You're Americans. Thinking, how did you get here? And I'm still alive. And they ask me where my shoes are, and I don't know. And one of them picks me up and starts running. He runs for several minutes and puts me down on the ground. And then they identify themselves, and that they knew I was very sick. And they have medicine, and they have water, they have food, and they've come to take me home. At one point, I think they thought they heard something, or I don't know, this group of men who's risked their life for me already asks me to lie down on the ground because they're concerned that there might be someone out there, and then they make a circle around me, and then they lie down on top of me to protect me. And we lay like that until the helicopters come in.
When all of those SEALs laid down on top of you, you were the most important thing in the world to them.
It's really hard to comprehend.
They were going to take a bullet for you.
Mm-hmm. And they're so kind, and they're so gentle, and they are trying to assist me to get to the helicopter. But I think I've been out here for months. I can run to this helicopter myself, and so I just break away and I just take off running through the scrub, through the bush, and I throw myself onto that helicopter and push myself up against the wall. And I don't start breathing until we actually lift up off the ground. And they hand me an American flag that's folded.
What did you think of that?
I just started to cry. At that point in time, I have never in my life been so proud and so very happy to be an American.
The SEALs left on other helicopters. She didn't see their faces, didn't hear their names. They appeared, and they were gone. The only thing left in the camp were 9 dead bandits.
This is the story.
Wow, thank God.
This is the story.
Thank God you have a country that
Yeah.
are equipped and
Loving.
selfless.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just a lot to process.
I
I
not
didn't
emulating towards any country because it's just one person. She was the only one.
Yeah,
She was the only
no
American
American
there,
there.
and then they went. Although it took a while, actually,
I think to plan, just
strategize and
yeah.
to trace where they're at.
Yeah.
But they came for just one person. That's a lot.
Then they didn't just come for her. They came to save her. Even putting their life on the line for her.
Me and fight till I'm found, leaves the 99.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
oh my God.
It's just, I don't know, it's just so much to comprehend and, feel like
She has so much life because I don't know how you used to be alive for that long in such an environment and with such scare on your face every day. I mean, did you see the video? It was a literal gun on her head.
One of the times she felt like they would just use
Knife
to split her throat open.
Maybe I would have fainted and passed on from there because I wouldn't want to know what is
I
awaiting
feel like
me.
she's a very positive person.
Yeah.
Even from the way she spoke, like she's full of positivity because she carried on the work her mom actually started and just volunteered to do this, like something she loved doing. Even despite the hurdle, I don't feel like she regrets any of her action in her humanitarian duty. And I don't know, I just love the appreciation at the end. And she didn't even get to know who the soldiers are.
Where?
Yeah, who they were.
See, that's what I always love. I love soldiers. They're so selfless.
Like the soldiers, I feel like they have a lot of love in them,
Yeah.
and they could like emulate it to the world, like just spread love. Because the job of a soldier is, I don't know, it's just too much and selfless, loving, everything, and at the same time they are that loving and they look that fierce to be a soldier. I don't know, it's just a lot, and we really love
said greater love than this, that a man should lay
I
his
think
life.
John,
Yeah,
I
John
cannot remember
something, that a man should lay his life for his brother. I mean, this is an example of what it is, and the soldiers in every country, they keep doing that over and over again. I mean, it is
because even reasoning about like love biblically from this aspect, love actually took her to Somalia, and
love brought her out of Somalia.
Yeah,
I know, right?
And
There's so much selfishness currently with the way the world is going. It's as if the chaos that we have now, the wickedness, the way it's growing daily, is more than it has ever been before. Because I mean, not like there were not bad things happening back then, but now there's just so much selfishness, there's just so much wickedness. And I think the only solution we have to our problem is just to learn to love.
Yeah.
Because love just sets things right. Love can just make you know what best to do. And I think the most part of our problem will be solved if we learn to love and just be selfless.
Yeah, just be selfless. Like, this is a lot to bring out from this video we had. Like, it's more than what we listened to. It's just like, I don't know, it's just a vacuum that we need to fill in our life to learn how to love. This is a lot. This is a lot. Thank you guys so much for watching to this time, and please consider liking, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you on our next one. Bye.